Hello everyone and welcome back to the second part of this tutorial. For this project you will need a few materials. Size 11/0 seed beads, 3mm beads. I am using bicons, but you can use any other 3mm beads. And if you don't have 3mm beads at all, you can simply use two size 11/0 seed beads in place of each one. And finally you will need size 15/0 seed beads. We are coming out of a blue seed bead just like we did in the first part of the tutorial. Now go up through one seed bead of the petal, just like you see in the video. Next, pass your needle through the two seed beads from the set of three that we added in the last row and come out through the middle seed bead of that group. Pick up one 3mm bead. In my case, I'm using a bicon, and if you are using seed beads instead of a 3mm bead, pick up two size 11/0 instead. Then go through the middle seed bead of the next group of three. We are filling in the spaces between the middle seed beads in each of these groups of three. Pick up another bead and go through the middle seed bead of the next group of three. We are going to decorate this petal in the same way I just showed you. There are 6 sets of 3 beads and we will be adding 5 bicons. Because you already know the pattern by now, I will see you at the end of this petal. Okay, we are back and we are going to add the last 3mm bead. Go through the last middle seed bead of this petal, then pass your needle through the next seed bead in that group of 3, and if you can, go through the final seed bead of the petal and through the blue bead as well. You are coming out of a blue seed bead. Go up through the first seed bead of that petal. Then continue through the next 2 seed beads from the group of 3, so you come out of the middle seed bead. From there, just repeat the same steps you did on the previous petal. I will see you at the end of this row. We are back, guys, and I'm going to add the last 3mm bicon with you. Go through the middle seed bead of the final group of 3 and pull your thread. Next, come down through the last seed bead of that group of 3. Then, if you can, continue through the final seed bead of the petal and through the blue seed bead as well. You are coming out of the blue seed bead, and now we are going to move down to come out of the blue seed bead that sits right under the middle of our first petal. Go down through the next 5 white seed beads and, if you can, continue through the next blue seed bead. Pick up 11 white seed beads. And go through the blue seed bead in the same row, the one that sits right under the middle of the next petal. Pull your thread. Congratulations, you've just finished the very first petal of this row. And keep going just like this until you reach the end of the row. I will meet you there. Welcome back, guys. I'm going to add the last 11 seed beads with you. I've already got them on my needle and I'm going through the last blue seed bead, the one where the first petal of this row started. Pull your thread. Now go up through one seed bead of the new petal. Pick up 3 size 11 seed beads, skip the next seed bead and go through the one right after it, just like we did before in our first round of petals. Don't forget to pull your thread. I'm going to add another set of 3 with you. So pick up 3 seed beads, come out of the seed bead you are exiting, skip the next one, and go through the following bead. Pull your thread. Continue adding sets of 3 all the way across this petal, and I will meet you at the end to show you what to do next. I am adding the last group of 3 beads with you. I've already got them on my needle, and I'm going through the last seed bead of this petal. Pull your thread. Now come out through the next blue seed bead. And then go into the first seed bead of the next petal. From here, just repeat exactly what you did on the previous petal all the way around, and I will meet you at the end to show you what to do next. I've got the last 3 seed beads to add with you guys, and I'm going through the last seed bead of the last petal. Pull your thread and then go through the blue seed bead exactly like we did before. Next, go up through one seed bead of the first petal in this row. Pull your thread, then go through the next 2 seed beads in the group of 3 on that petal, so you come out of the middle seed bead. Pick up a 3 mm bead and go through the middle seed bead of the next group of 3. We did this before in our first row of petal decoration, and now we're just repeating the same pattern. If you already know how to complete this row on your own, go ahead and keep working, but I will still show you what to do at the end of this petal and how to transition to the next one. We are now adding the fourth and final bicon to this petal. Go through the middle seed bead of the last group of 3. Then pass down through the last seed bead of that group of 3. And continue down through the last seed bead of the petal. And if you can, go through the blue seed bead as well. Now repeat exactly the same steps on all the petals. Go up through one seed bead of the petal, then through the next 2 seed beads in the group of 3. When you come out of the middle seed bead, pick up a bicon and continue this pattern all the way to the end of the row. I will meet you there. Welcome back, guys. I've got the last bicon to add to this final petal. I'm going through the last middle seed bead, then down through the last seed bead of that group of 3. and through the last seed bead of the petal, and as usual, come out through the blue seed bead. Now we need to come out of the blue seed bead that sits under the midpoint of the decorated petal from the previous row. Go down through the next 4 white seed beads, and if you can, continue through the next blue seed bead as well. That's 5 beads in total. Pull your thread. Pick up 9 size 11 seed beads and go through the next blue seed bead in the same row, that one that sits directly under the midpoint of the next petal from the previous row. Repeat this step all the way to the end of the row, and I will meet you there to show you what to do next. Okay guys, we are back. I've got the last 9 seed beads to add to complete this row, and I'm going into the blue seed bead where the very first petal of this row started, and if you can, go through the first bead of the new petal. Now you know what to expect. We've done this many times. Pick up 3 size 11 seed beads. You're coming out of the first seed bead, so skip the second one and go into the third bead of this petal. Keep working like that across this petal. I will still show you how to add the last group of 3 to this petal and how to transition to the next one. But if you're already comfortable with the steps, go ahead and meet me at the end of this row. We are adding the last group of 3 seed beads to this petal. I'm going into the last seed bead of this petal and into the blue seed bead. From there, go up through the first seed bead and repeat exactly the same pattern you followed on the first petal. We are adding the last group of 3 seed beads to this petal. I'm going into the last seed bead of this petal and into the blue seed bead. You can do this all together if you're able to. From there, go up through the first seed bead of the first petal, and then through the next 2 seed beads of the first group of 3. Now, we are going to decorate these petals a little differently. Instead of just using a 3 millimeter bead, we will pick up one 15-0, one 3 millimeter bead, and another 15-0. If you're using 11 O's instead of 3 millimeter beads, pick up one 15-0, two 11 O's, and another 15-0. As before, add your decorations between the middle seed beads of each group of 3. Continue decorating all the petals this way, and make the transitions between petals the same way we've done before. I will meet you at the end of this row. Welcome back guys. I've added the last decorations in this row and I'm coming out of the middle seed bead of the last group of 3 on the final petal. Now we need to go down. I'm going through the last seed bead of this group of 3, then through the last seed bead of the petal and into the blue seed bead. Next, we need to get down to the blue seed bead that sits exactly under the midpoint of the decorated petals from the previous row. Go down through the next 3 white seed beads and 1 blue seed bead, 4 beads in total, and come out of that blue seed bead. Pick up 7 11 O's. Since you are coming out of a blue bead, go straight into the next blue bead on the same row. And now you know the drill. Just keep going like this all the way around the row, and I will see you at the end to show you what to do next. Okay guys, I've just added my last 7 11-ohs and I'm coming out of the blue seed bead between the first and the last petals. Now we are going up through one seed bead of the first petal. As before, pick up 3 seed beads, skip the next seed bead and go into the one right after it, just like we've done before. Then continue the same pattern all the way across the petal. You should end up with 3 sets of 3 on each petal. Do the transitions between the petals the same way we've done it before, and I will see you at the end of this row. I am back with the last group of 3 beads to add in this row, and I'm going into the last seed bead of the last petal. And if you can, go straight into the blue bead right after it. From here, you know the drill. Go up through the first seed bead of the first petal, then up through 2 seed beads from the group of 3 to come out of the middle seed bead. Now pick up one 15-0, one 3mm bead and another 15-0 and go through the middle seed bead of the next group of 3. You should end up with 2 3mm beads on every petal in this row. Do the transitions between petals the same way we've done before, and I will see you at the end of this row. I've just added my last set of decorations to the final petal, and now I'm going down through the last seed bead of the group of 3, then down through the last seed bead of this petal, and into the blue seed bead that sits between the petals. From there, we need to move down into the blue seed bead that's located exactly in the middle, right under the center of the first decorated petal of the previous row. Go down through the next 2 white seed beads and come out of that blue seed bead. Now pick up 5 11-ohs and go into the next blue seed bead on the same row. You know what to do next. Continue this all the way around and I will see you at the end of this row. I've got the last 5 seed beads on my needle and I'm going through the blue seed bead between the first and last petals. And I'm also going straight into the first bead of the first petal because we already know what to do next. Now pick up 3 seed beads and go through the third seed bead of this petal. You will have 2 sets of 3 on every petal. Continue around the row, adding your sets of 3 and make the transitions between petals the same way we've done before. I will see you at the end of this row. I've just added my last set of 3 on the final petal and I'm coming out of the blue seed bead between the first and last petals of this row. Now go up through the first seed bead of the first petal and if you can, continue through the next 2 seed beads of that group of 3. Pick up one 15-0, one bicon and another 15-0 and go through the middle seed bead of the next group of 3 on this petal. You will have one 3 mm bead on every petal in this row. Go all the way around, repeating this same pattern, and also make the transitions between the petals the same way we've done before. I will see you at the end of this row. Once you've added your last decoration on the final petal, congratulations, you've completed your beaded flower. The only thing left to do is finish off your threads. Just weave your working thread and tail thread through your work, make a few secure knots, and trim the ends neatly. I also want to say you should be so proud of yourself. This is a really challenging project, and completing it is a big accomplishment. Now that you have this beautiful flower, you can decide how to use it. Maybe attach a brooch pin to the back, use it as a centerpiece for a necklace, or even add it to a headpiece. It's such a stunning piece of work, and you truly should be proud of what you've created. Bye for now, and I will see you again in the future with more of my designs and tutorials.